Hey everybody, it's time for round three. Very, very excited about this. This is round three of the docu reaction I'm doing to the six-part docu-series of SB19. So I already reacted to the first two episodes. Check them out. They're already on the channel. And this is going to be the third one. Make note, I never pre-watch anything because I like to be surprised and stuff at first glance while I'm recording this. So I haven't seen this yet. Um, so before I get into it, I want you to grab a drink, sit in your comfy couch, and wait as Tazzz reacts. All right. So you must have that drink in hand. So it's been very rewarding and very humbling to learn and well to be learning about SB19, about them individually and then about them as a group and the effect that they have on their fans, such as myself, the 18 fans. And thank you for everybody in the comments for educating me and giving such very wonderful, educational, and positive and kind comments. I'm learning that most of their fans are very kind and friendly, and I really appreciate that because, of course, I resonate with people that are friendly. Um, so yeah, so let's get into this. This is done a little bit differently because since it's more like a documentary kind of thing and it's not a music video, I will pause periodically throughout the video. So don't skip to the end waiting to hear what I have to say. This time it's going to be throughout. So just be aware of that. All right, so let's pretty much get into it, but let me just make sure you know, please support SB19. If you haven't done so, subscribe to their channel, like and comment on their actual songs and stuff. And on this is actually, this documentary is from Casual Chuck. I always give credit where credit is due. So check out his link I have in the descriptions and give him some shout out love as well. Okay. So now let me get into this. So wait as Tazzz reacts.
Would you believe me if I said that SB19 would be successful if I met them 3 years ago? You'd probably think I'm cheating because I'm talking from the present, and your past self would never believe me because I might have only seen them as a trying hard boy group who had to wear the same clothes over and over and over and over again because they couldn't afford a nice variety. But what if despite all this, they already knew what's gonna happen?
Etong mga to, sigurado ako in the future, magiging successful kami.
They knew their destiny. Pablo's username reads, I'm Seasmite. A random fan asked, why? He answered, it also means seismic, like Earth's vibrations. It's something big and important, so when I seize the mic, I create this impact, like an earthquake. And when an earthquake happens, you know what's next after that? Are you sure you don't know? Do you actually want me to spell it out to you? Okay, let me show you.
Let me stop it right there, first of all. Like, Casual Chuck, shout out to you again. Like, that was a awesome ass intro. I don't know what else to say. Awesome ass intro. But I learned something in there already, the educational part. Like the fact that at one point they didn't have enough money to buy multiple outfits, so they wore like the same outfit multiple times. That's very humbling to know, you know, and educational for people out there. Some people may think that musicians start off with money in their pockets and stuff like that. There's some musicians out there besides SB19 that started off broke as a joke, you know, so never assume. I try very hard to not assume. And if you break up that word, you got ass out of you and me. And I don't want to be one of that. So that's humbling to know. I did not know that. I mean, I knew that they didn't start off like rich or anything, but I definitely didn't know that they were so broke that they had to wear the same clothing. So it's very humbling. So Yeah. All right, let's get into this. Great intro again, Casual Chuck.
5, 6, 7, 1, 2.
Yeah, that's Pablo. If you're new here, you're probably wondering how he ended up there. This is called Triple.
Get in the zone.
Finally, they were starting to go up. They were very young. This was the time when they were still trying to figure out their musical identity. Enter the Get in the Zone album. Just check out the level of variety.
That's a good part to stop at too, I feel, when he said they're trying to gather their identity. I'm not a musician, but some things in music land I feel can be also related to things outside of music. So like getting your identity, like coming up with a game plan, figuring stuff out and writing stuff down. That's like brainstorming. And outside of music, there's things that you should brainstorm for, like let's say you're at work and you're in charge of like making a project, or let's say you're trying to make an invention, or let's say there's something that's important to you that you want to gather information for and figure out. So you do that brainstorming at the beginning and you write stuff down and you figure stuff out and things like that before you just jump in full force. So that's what I got out of it. Tell me if you got out of that same thing. So it's good that they wanted to figure that out, their brand identity and who they are, rather than just jumping in and let's sing. Because, there's so many musicians out there and musical groups out there. They didn't want to just be like everyone else. They wanted to be authentic and unique and true to themselves. So it's good that they had that thought process ahead of time of who they want to be before they actually start to be it. So at least that's my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? So let's get back into it.
Yeah, we gonna go up. Ibibigay ko ang aking puso. At kahit pa ang mundo ay mag-iba, wag mong itunok ang noo. Nariyan ang kaibigan mo. The only one I never say goodbye.
It was definitely a mix of everything. The bashers immediately saw this as a weakness. They were seen as a group who didn't know what they were doing. Despite all the hate, Atin didn't get affected as they started to get to know the boys on a deeper level. We got to know their fun side.
Si Ken naman po, nung na-meet ko to dati sa cover group, parang sabi ko, feeling ko mayabang to, parang ganun po, mayabang to, tas tumbling-tumbling ka pa dyan, ganun, tumbling-tumbling pa to.
Uy, judgmental sister.
Parang lagi siyang may sariling mundo, hindi po siya belong sa amin.
Tinanong siya ng teacher namin, sa tingin mo sino pinakamagaling sumayaw? Ako! Sabi niya po.
Ikaw, me, ako po, sinabi ko po talaga.
Ay, kung confident ka naman, bakit
Yes
hindi,
po,
di ba?
ang galing ko po talaga.
Si Justin po, una ko nakita to. Pogi. Siguro mayabang to.
Si Justin naman po, nung una ko po siyang nakita, sabi ko, typical guy, parang ganon. Sorry!
Si Justin po, parang pure, parang inosente. Pero nung nalaman ko, hindi po pala talaga.
Oh my gosh!
Si Stal, sobrang friendly po. Siya po yung happy pill namin.
Di ko alam.
It's cool to see like they're just throwing shade on each other, in a loving way. And I like to see their comical side of being down to earth because, some of us may think that some of us may only see musicians at the microphone performing, and that may be all that we know. And we may think that they're serious or whatever the case may be for some other musicians. But with them, they are so open to show you these behind the scenes and glimpses into their lives away from the microphone. And you get to see that they like to have fun. They like to be serious too, of course, but they like to have fun. They like to tell about their lives and their stories and stuff like that. And that's, I feel, is what helps make them have such a large fan base, is because they're very down to earth and they're humbling, but at the same time, they're hungry to be known in this music industry. And then I learned about them on another episode or whatever, that they want to ultimately gain that prestige and the monies to go towards their home country, the Philippines. So that's just beautiful. Some musicians may become famous and forget where they came from, you know what I mean? But not them. They want to take pride in their country, and they want to help um put money back into the country to help out the country as a whole. So that's a beautiful thing. They're not all about themselves at all. They really care about other people and their culture and things like that, which makes you love them more, which makes you love their music and them on personal levels. So, yeah. So I'm loving this. I love when they get quirky and goofy sometimes.
alam na siya pala yung main vocal po kasi akala ko magaling na talaga siya sumayaw. First impression ko po kay Josh, mabait po siya na mayabang po na dating.
Ayun.
Tinatry niya lang maging maangas pero deep inside hindi talaga.
Softie pala, softie.
Si Sejun, akala ko po hindi siya yung leader.
Nung una, ang weird niya po, nagsasalita mag-isa, parang bigla na lang siya nagagano. Sa isang tabi po, nakatayo siya sa gilid. Tapos may training kami, tapos biglang gagano. Tapos biglang gagano. Gagano po siya sa gilid. Sabi ko, anong ginagawa na? Nagre-ritual ba ito sa gilid?
We also got to know their internal battles.
Thank you to all of our families, especially to our parents, and sa mama ko at sa kapatid ko. Thank you kasi lagi niyo po sinusuporta. Kahit sobrang hilig ko sa pugal sa buhay, na hindi ako sigurado kung ano yung pinapasok ko. Pero nandiyan lang yung para sa akin. Thank you. Gusto ko mag-thank you sa apat na to. Gusto ko masarap sa apat na to kasi hindi ko namin iniwan. So, may nangyari na dati na hindi ka lang magkahimala ng grupo pero bumalik sila kasi hindi nila ako iniwan. And parang naisip namin na mas maganda kami tuloy namin yung sila. Gusto ko mag-thank you sa bawat member kasi sila yung pinaka-una-unang sila yung lagi nang iniwala sa akin pag hindi ko na kaya sila yung nagtulong sa akin na ako kasi suko. Yan, si Sejun, si Justin, si Ken, si Josh, lahat ng showbiz dito. I love you so much. Since na napasalamatan na po nila lahat, sorry po pasalamat si Sir Robin for building this. Kung wala si Sir Robin, hindi kami mag-build. Walang showbiz, walang show na to, wala kayo dito. Parang, it's because of Sir Robin.
And just like that, SB19 got us into their zone. So back to
A little waterfall on my face there. That was so beautiful to hear and see the emotions that they have. Again, another reason to love them. Like, they don't just sing for themselves, they sing for their fans. They sing to spread love and joy. But then they admit, they show the softer side of them because they're human. Some people must think musicians are like robots or something like that. Like, no, they're human like us. And these are ones, they don't let their stardom get to their head. They are very humbling and down to earth. And I love how they thank people. They thanked, one thanked their parents, his mom and his sister. And then the other one thanked Sir Robin. Like, if it was not for you, there would be no us. Like, they thank for all the people that have been through them through the course of time to lead them to where they are today. And I love that. I love that. I love that. Like, don't forget, for anybody watching, and it doesn't have to be relating to music either. Even if in your personal life, if you're not a musician, if anybody has been there for you through your life and journey and helped you in some way, make sure you thank them, because everything could have gone way left. Just imagine if like their parents and sisters weren't supportive, or if they didn't have Sir Robin, as they mentioned, or if their own fans didn't like them, if they weren't fans, then there would be no SB19. So it's so wonderful and appreciative that they organically say thank you and appreciate for the people that have been there with them to support them and stuff. So that's one love. That's in the zone, as Casual Chuck just said. So yet another reason to love SB19. But yeah, make sure you thank people in your own lives who have been there for you and supported you in any way. Um, yeah, I do that also. So trust me, I practice what I preach. And I often thank you, and I'll do it again now. I thank you, the viewers, um, who come to this channel and like what I have to offer. So thank you. I always thank people that have been there for me and supported me throughout my journeys and whatever. So yeah, let's get back to this.
To the album. As unique as each of the songs was, all 7 of them managed to reach the #1 spot of Billboard's Lyric Fine Global chart. It's still insane thinking about it today. And they weren't done. They also appeared in Billboard's top Social 50, peaking at #3. Or so they thought.
And aside from that, eto nagbabasa rin ako ng mga comments naman sa ating comment section. Kasi di ba yung last na pinost ninyo is #3 kayo sa Billboard Social 50. Pero ngayon, #2 na kayo, guys! Oh, what? At Billboard Social 50, may mga nagko-comment dito. And #6 na kayo. #7, di ba, nung last yung pinost. #6 na. Virgin Artist, congratulations! Oh, di ba?
They couldn't believe it. Stel ended up forgetting that he was in a live interview because he had to check it himself. Yep, it's real. September 1st, 2020, a well-known artist canceled an Instagram live interview with MTV scheduled for the next day. So MTV host Kevin Kinney invited SB19 on a short notice to fill in. An opportunity knocked, they answered.
Oh my God. Who wants to go first? For me, I would like to collaborate with Mr. Bruno Mars.
2 weeks later, Kevin made a bold prediction.
We ask a lot of people for interviews. A lot of people that you want us to interview, we take it very seriously and we reach out. Some people, you'd be amazed, don't have the time of day, can't find the time, can't do it. Oh, that's tough. Okay, no harm, no foul. Then there's the people that are like, name the time, name the place with it. SB19 did that at 9 p.m. They'd never done an Instagram Live before.
That's awesome. Let me stop it right there for a minute. I'm so glad to him for saying that, because that let people know in the industry and the fans that they were like, name the time and the place and I'll be there. I was fascinated. Well, not fascinated. I was shocked when this guy right here on the screen, because I forgot his name, when he also said a moment ago that there's some people that say they don't have the time and all that stuff, and then like they're too busy. I mean, now if it's something where you literally are like out of the country doing something and you can't, I understand that. But I'm sure some of those people were in the country and could have done it, but they maybe just didn't want to do it. They missed their opportunity. So like Casual Chuck to say, earlier, opportunity knocks. SB19 answered. They said, we're there, and there they were. But I'm glad that he just put a spotlight on the fact that SB19 is one of those groups. They were very happy and they were eager to do it. And that's what you should do. If opportunity knocks for you in life, everyone out there watching, and if you're able to, like literally able to, you should take advantage of it. You shouldn't shun it away and say no. Only unless, again, you have to. Like if it's really something you cannot do. But anyway, let's get back into this.
They didn't know if they could be together. They made it a point to not only be together, but be together at 9 p.m. because they knew that was the only time that it worked for this US-based host. That type of work ethic is going to take them very far in the music industry. I'm also very good at predicting music, okay? Right? I'm like the MTV push of hosts. The same way that MTV knows how to pick winners, I know how to pick winners. I said on this very after show, SB19 are going to be big stars. I said it on my IG Live. I've said it to you in private, Caitlin. I've said it to Banjo. He didn't say anything back. SB19 are going to be big stars. They have it. Charismatic, they're hardworking. Today's date, is September 18th, 2020, when I'm saying this, okay? I want somebody to post this on September 18th, 2021, and you can see how right I am because of how much larger and more well-known SB19 will be a year from this date right here.
And when 2021 started, he reminded people about what's to come.
4 years into my career, I've seen some people come and go, and I've seen some journeys, and you can spot things, right? You can notice trends, you can notice similarities. SB19 right now, and the lock that atin has on the voting week in and week out, and seeing them rise up the Social 50 chart over at Billboard, it's very akin, it's very similar to what was going on with BTS 2017, 2018. Now, I hope SB19 can reach those heights. I'm rooting for them. Those guys are awesome guys and hard-working guys. I've interviewed them after like incredibly 10-hour plus work days of rehearsal and choreography practice, and they still put a smile on their face, and they're incredibly hardworking. I think that's really and aside from the music being good, it's the work ethic that's going to take them to the top. So my prediction is they're going to break out in a huge way this year. So take that for what it's worth, atin.
Then what happened? Kevin's prediction came true.
atin SB19. Congratulations.
This song was on the next level. It showcased Pablo's songwriting skills, Ken's dance moves and unique sound, Still's heavenly voice and choreography, the most iconic rap verse in all of P-pop by Josh, and Justin's brilliant mind, which created a spectacle no one has ever seen in the country. It became the fastest P-pop music video to reach 1 million views in just 16 hours.
Wow.
SB19 sent shockwaves that reminded people of what they are capable of.
Meron akong natanaw na ko ang ilang music video nga what na-encourage ko.
The world got inspired, so it responded with a giant wave of appreciation.
Gusto ko rin ipagmalaki yung SB19 talaga.
SB19.
Yung last video nila, yung What?
Uy, maganda yun.
Ang ganda ng video, di ba?
Ang gagaling, grabe. Grabe. I think doon mo rin naman makikita na hindi mo pwedeng pulaan ng isang tao na nag-prepare hanggang sa makakita siya ng opportunity para gamitin yung preparation na yun. Walang pinagkaiba yan kay Manny Pacquiao na nag-train sobrang galing, pagpasok niya ng ring, knockout yung kalaban. Walang difference yan. Lalo ko na-appreciate ang isang artist na alam kong pwedeng magyabang pero hindi nagyayabang.
This was also the time when I found them. Their music made a difference in my life. It gave people happiness. Their music inspired us to become a better version of ourselves despite our imperfections. SB19 taught us not to only raise our own flag, but to wave it proudly.
Very well said there. I loved everything that I just saw there, and then what Casual Chuck just said about what SB19 wants us to do. Like they really make us appreciate who we are, take pride in who we are, to be humble, to know that we can be better than ourselves. I mean, evolve and things of that nature. And that's all true. But sometimes people need to hear that from someone else. It's not, unfortunately, easy for us to always figure out on our own. But sometimes when we hear someone else say it, we're like, you know what? They're right. So, yeah, thanks again to SB19 for really caring about their atin fans and even other people who may not know them yet and be considered atin fans, but may hopefully become atin fans, because there's not every musician out there cares about everyone else. There are some musicians out there in the world that really just care about themselves. Facts. I'm not going to name any of them. But then you have SB19, and then, yes, there's a lot of other people like SB19 who do care about their fans and the world. and other things in general. There's humanitarians and all those type of things. So shout out to all of those people because thank you. So yeah, SB19 is just amazing. And the fact that they're so young, and I'm saying that because, you would think you have to be older and wiser and seasoned and stuff like that, but there's nothing that says that people in their 20s and stuff like that can't care and have humanity and stuff like that. It all depends about how you feel inside your heart and then what you want to do with that with your mind. So I'm extra proud of them for being so humbling and being so caring and nurturing and stuff like that at such young ages. So yeah, let's get into this. This is almost over.
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sorry, Pinuno, but you gotta hang in there till the next episode, okay?
Bullshit.
Oh, that was it. I always play videos to the end because I don't want to stop anybody's marketing hustle and stuff like that. Because Lord knows I have my own hustle. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, support, subscribe, Casual Chuck, because I always give credit to where credit is due. This documentary, he is his, and I'm reacting to it and also showing additional support for SB19. So now there's no confusion, okay? So this is a great docu reaction that I'm doing because I'm in essence wanting to support Casual Chuck and supporting SB19. So please subscribe to both of their channels, like and comment to both of their videos, and support both of them. They well deserved it. I mean, Casual Chuck's done his research, and he's really helped. He's really helped to condense a lot of things and learning about SB19 all into these nicely boxed and gifted videos. So yeah, so this is now the third one. So I spoke a lot throughout the video. If you're jumping in now, make sure you go back because this particular video, I pause it very periodically throughout to say things. So yeah, these docuseries don't get a thumbs up or thumbs down like I do in my regular music videos because this is a little bit different. But support SB19, please. Support Casual Chuck. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments, how you felt about my thoughts and perspectives, and tell me how SB19 has changed you mentally in some way. Because I want to know about it. You matter on this channel, so tell me about it in the comments. All right. All right. That is done. If you want to see the other episodes that I've done, so how about go back to episode 2 if you haven't seen it? I want you to check out there. And then, like my hat says, take it easy and keep it breezy on my virtual store. Yes, I'm plugging it.